Alright, let me check the map. And if my idea is feasible like anywhere. What is this spot? Not sure. This is alright, okay. I'll open this. We'll put Minecraft on display. The question is, where do we work now? It's already midday. I may have to start with like addressing my inventory, to be honest. But one thing I definitely want to do is just going out and I'll take this out with me actually. Going out and making sure the road has dirt slabs in it. And I'll take some cobble as well. Definitely some gravel, some andesite and smooth stone to also work with. I'll put the bucket in my inventory. We'll stack the lanterns. Okay, and now I need a large quantity of dirt slabs actually. I'll turn these in more dirt slabs. And probably these as well. Okay. Okay, so that way we get a pretty large part of it. So I'll head the other way. We're going to replace the slabs and stairs actually. I have to come up with something to do here. And it could be fairly simple by just pushing this elevation a little bit backwards. Or I could leave it stone stairs, but I'll have to do walls around it and some texturization as well. How far did I do the slabs already? Till about here, right? No, I didn't. I did do more than I thought I did. Okay, so here we just chop them out. Fill it in. We'll leave like some sand in between as well. We'll get some more gritty textures in there. Chop these out. Maybe I should have chosen sandstone instead. We're just going to spam the alert storm emoji. Well, it is approved too. I mean, it is the moment to do it. I'll have to maybe address this village as well. I'm at least going to do this until the river if I can. just so I have like an easy point to restart next time if I want to, ever actually, but I'm still sunned, right? Yeah, sunned? What do you mean, Hackman? Okay, so this is the river. Okay, let me quickly look on the map because I kind of want to make a point of interest along the road somewhere today, but I'm not sure where. But like, the problem is this road has quite a few points of interest already, to be honest. Which is definitely not a bad thing, but it would be a shame to add another point of interest on this road just because it has so many already. Well, there are like a lot of other roads which are like just, I'm getting the wrong side, which are just long stretches of road without any points of interest. And I could go to like a totally different place, but I kinda want to give this area some love as well because they are like pretty old. They haven't seen much love, even though they are like more densely built usually than the newer areas. Right, be right back, quickly answering to my sister. Alright, so I think maybe the first thing we should cover is watching out for that creeper. That works. The first thing we should cover is this stair right here. Oh, that was quite lucky actually. Go skull, go skull. Because right now it's like just pretty straight through the sand. It might actually have been better if the road went down this slope. Through here maybe. And then winding across the bank, but yeah. I'm not really feeling like moving the whole road either, so we're just going to try and address this section, which we can do with either we just like cobble this section off, make it like stony, like gray stony, or we can try to do for a more sandstone approach, or we could try and do a more acacia wood approach, having the sides walled off. I think the most sense would be either having acacia wood or sandstone, given the position of the village. Like, this road is probably made by those weird fellows of this village, and the resources they have available are mostly acacia wood and sand and sandstone. Okay, they do have normal stone, but would they like really use their normal stone to just keep the sand of the road? Well, that to them is probably more precious than the sandstone. Even though sandstone is a harder pain in the ass to get for me. But I think we should start with removing the stairs. And we have to pick one. Either we do wooden stairs, or we do sandstone stairs. I kind of want to do sandstone stairs regarding, like, I think I definitely want to do sandstone stairs. Not sure about the walls yet, but the stairs, I want to go with sandstone. Because it would make more sense, they just like dug out towards an elevation in the sand, and the road hardened through use. It does not really make sense in my mind to just like dump some planks into a little trench to use it as road, you know? Okay. Now we have collected some sandstone and like a ton of other junk. We can go and craft some sandstone stairs. I didn't count how many we need, so this will kind of be a gamble. And I'm quickly going to drop a skull in there as well. But let's definitely go with 27, you know, it's a stack. Well, one item slot in my inventory, so that should definitely cut it. And if we fill it in, we get this kind of very abrupt transition. Therefore, I should get just a few sandstone slabs. Probably these, right? They have a more smooth texture. without the correctly bits. And that will be a slab, so we mix a sandstone in there, we even do 2 here, we add a full sandstone block about here. So we got like a little bit of a transition going. And more storms. There we go. I might even go and block that a little bit off. So, Dave, what do you think? Do you think we should do these walls with sandstone? Or should we use acacia wood planks and logs to block it off? Like, that will be these textures. Maybe like 2 or 3 white acacia planks, an acacia log, 1 block forward or at the same level to wall it off. Because these are the resources they will have to block off the sand, you know? And just having the sand seems a little bit odd to me. But I'm not sure which one of the two I do prefer. This is my silk touch shovel. No, it isn't. Okay. Sandstone with the acacia logs as support beams. Okay. We can definitely try that. So let's presume we do. Oh, we actually can get that one back because nobody will ever see that one, so we're just going to be sheep. And we either do 2 wide or we do 3 wide. If we do 3 wide, we would not really have as much of support beams, so we will have one on this level again. Well, if we do 2 wide, we'll have a support beam, 2 support beam, 2 and other support beam here. I think I want to go for the 2 wide. Yeah, it seems logical, you know? I just want an excuse to block off the sand because having such a steep stair surrounded by that much of an elevation of sand does not make sense in my head at all. Oh, and I actually can do a small chisel in it and then go up again. We should get our fill block going to maybe bring the chisel back 1 level. And even if we just do it 1 higher still, doesn't look too bad. No, it doesn't look too bad. It just needs something more. And we could actually just do this, I think. What if we... that's on the chisel level, so I want that one higher. On the chisel level as well. Where is my nearest bat here? I do not think this one has a bat. No. Excuse me. Thank you. arches at the end of the beams to the other side. Okay, that might be just that bit difficult, but I will give it a try, maybe. I do not want to use a smooth sandstone slab. I should have more acacia logs. Hello, Damien. How are you doing today? Okay, apparently I might be out of acacia logs. Which is kinda odd because... Oh no, it's not odd. Thank you for the follow, Evelar. Really appreciate it. I had a ton of logs, but I started with fencing off the village. And yeah, that takes a ton of logs. Howdy, mate. How are you doing today? I am in between White Sands and Bone Bluff currently. Working around the little hamlet I had chosen for my quest, even though I kinda did complete my quest already. Where can you see my emotes? I think it's just on the emote button. You're doing well? I am doing decent, to be honest. I'm kinda sad because when I drove home today, the car in front of me did hit a cat which was trying to cross the road. The cat wasn't dead, but she definitely got hit and she was kinda spooked. The car which hit her drove to the side of the road and broke to them, but yeah. I love the quest or seeing old kingdoms getting some more attention. Oh yeah, I definitely love the quest system. Not so much for the rewards, because frankly the rewards do not bother me that much, but just to get an idea to work on like an old kingdom. I got the initial quest to work on 2 houses in a hamlet, and I chose this random ass village on the road. I made this monstrosity and I made that little cute thing. Sup King Wolf, how are you doing? This is heavily inspired by a picture I found on Google. I'm not going to lie, but it was so cute and I kinda wanted to try it, and it looks totally different because I used different materials and of course the texture pack. And I do want to alter it still, but... Oh yeah, and I also made this weird blacksmith, question mark. You got tired of mining space engineers. Yeah, I get it, man. Okay. But for now we're like trying to incorporate the road a little bit more with the surroundings, because the slabs were still wooden because of this is season 2 stuff. And the stairs were cobblestone, which is a weird choice given this is still a little bit of the desert, and that's like the whole desert out there. So Aka is online as well. Okay, we go there. Okay, so Master Hive wanted arches. Okay, there are 2 ways to go about arches. Do you mean arches going inwards over towards like the other pillars? Or do you mean... I thought, do you mean like a support arch at this side going down? Here we go. We will do about the same height just for aesthetic's sake. Over the stairs. Oof. We only have 3 wide to work with. So for now let's take this back. Okay. If we do this and these are the wrong slabs, I should add the other ones maybe, but we can do this as like a little arch, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's kind of simple. but it might be good because it is simple. And we can't do an arch here. That does not work, simply because it will be too low for a starter. We could do another arch here, or we could just leave it at 1. I don't know, what do you think, Master Hivemind? Do you like the arch, or do you think we should try to do something else? Now, given that this will be, of course, sandstone as well. Nah, it's fine by me. Okay. Let's... you might do the chisel bit a little bit lower here, because it's definitely... I just did all my work, because it's definitely not... as high, the sand at least is behind it on this side. Will I do this one lower as well? I kind of want to do another bit here. Yikes, okay, fell off. Can we select it? Yes, thank you. We should add the button on this one as well. I mean, maybe one arch is fine. It gives like little accents, just a little detail, and nothing too much. We should add a light on it, because now the arch does kind of serve a function, even though it's a little function, but hey, a function is a function, you know? I kind of want that 1 or 2 higher still, and this can be a steep drop. Hang a light under it. The only problem that might give... Oh no, that's fine actually. When you're on your horse, this might be a little bit low though. So I think I'm going to put it up 1 higher, at least. We need a little bit of acacia wood. Is this full? Oh yeah. Do not mind me then. I'm just going to chop this floor up. Oh, okay, that's too much. Is this the floor? No, not yet. I guess that is the benefit of the weird spines of the village. at least like that, and after that I can be just sand. I do not mind this bit. And how low can I drop this? Thank you. Would it be fine if I did this, like the stairs here already? It might be. It might be fine, yeah. It is not symmetrical, yes I know, which is kind of the point of it, because in real life, even when you have structures built, definitely when it is like just to support the road, it will not be symmetrical. Like, most of the time it wouldn't. So I am very often building not symmetrical on purpose. It has to look like it is meant to be like the same thing. That is one thing, but it does not have to be symmetrical in my mind. Although I am not sure how much I like the wall, and I'm failing on jumps horribly at the moment. I'm not sure how much I like the wall and the log being on the same level at the end. Which I can fix by just slabbing it up, but I need the other slabs. Okay. I'll get the other slabs. Just going to leave it like that. Close to the VIP unlock. Yeah, you can't actually have VIP Master Hive Mind because you have moderator, and Twitch does not allow moderators to be VIP for some reason. I do not understand why either, but it is a thing. Okay, sorry, I was quickly looking at the map. Too bad I'm already a mod. Yeah, I mean, that can change if you want to, wink wink, but I'm still confused about that. I'm not going to lie. Look at them. I didn't put them there. They happily walked in there themselves, okay? In fact, they were already in there before I came here, so... Okay, but my inventory is a mess, but I do want to go and scout a little bit. Because actually my main mission today is to make a point of interest next to or near the road at some point. We have the road here going to Bone Bluff and even to the Purple Sheep Farm beyond. Meteor Crater. That sounds like a lot of work. It sounds cool, but it sounds like a lot of work. And we have to go find a cool spot for it, because if I did a meteor crater like right here, it probably would be like invisible to like the whole road almost. A lake. A lake can work. Make it difficult for Lord Jesse. This little ugly rock is the one I made a bit earlier already. These will be wheat fields. There is a farm. Oh, just ahead of the road. Didn't replace these yet. Well, we got them now anyway, so a giant sculpture like trolls that became petrified because they touched sunlight. Are we like speaking about almost a statue, or more like a deformed sculpture because over time it became part of the surroundings? Either. It is very cool. Although, like, just a little bit ahead of this road, we have Bone Bluffs, which basically is the skull of, like, a giant creature. This will be wheat fields as well, I think. Unless I'm mistaken about that. Hi there, Supernova. How are you doing today? Okay, here we go. We go fill this one in. Then we have like this massively terraformed area around here, in which I am going to replace not all of the stone slabs, but some. Silentcraft is going to work on the iron farm. I'm going to leave like a few more of the stone slabs, but I am going to add in a bit more intrusion of the stone. Make it like less straight. I didn't bring my bed. I hope someone can sleep in time. But I should be alright, I think. Okay, I'm going to leave this for a little bit. Going to skip ahead and try to work my way a little bit back, like this. Throw away the flint. Add like a random pebble about here. I have the stone here. We have this structure right here, which is kind of cool. We have a church to the end, and we have a lake here, which is I mean, it's a quite empty lake. Not like it isn't, to be honest, because like you can see, it has like rocks, it has seagrass, it has like an old boat which has sunken or something. It has some fish in it. But yeah, it looks very flat, and that might mostly be because of like this structure just ending and not being connected to the rest of the world yet, it seems. Okay. And then we have this beautiful piece here. Might like only replace those, to be honest. Like with the transition, which we had to bring a road from like a high plateau to a low field. And I think this has been built like way in the past, but I really like it. It's like this ruined bit, and it does have like a lot of texture and story in it. We have the ruined bit, and then like it was even too ruined to use, and they start like repairing it with wood. And then this piece was completely gone, so they just added some wood facade against to it, make it usable. And you have like this old camp in it, well, old new camp in it actually. And you see the ruins and the dust, and to me this is like a really beautiful build. That might be a little bit much, but to me it really is. And it's nothing too complicated, but it's just the story it has to tell. And I'm almost out of dirt slabs. believe it or not. Alright. And I should take care, well, I should be careful with the pillagers around. Especially since I have no armor. And I should chop this tree down. Okay, didn't get the effect. Nice. I'm going to chop this tree down because it's mostly in the road itself. Which might be an issue for like carts passing on the road. I kinda do like the fact that like pillagers are in this area because it seems like a good ambush area with through bridges. So I'm going to just make it kinda obvious and just leave the banner right there. Especially since we have the pillagers down there. Just to be sure, because I'm not sure if the effect is not displaying or if I do not have it, but this way I am sure I do not have it for when I walk into a village again. Kinda need a crafting bench. But I'm not sure if there's like any logical place to have it. So I might just take it with me. Okay. Then we have the bridge here. And we are almost at Bone Bluff. Ah, we have another raider. No, that's not what I thought. Maybe if I just do... Okay, how much do I see from the road? I kinda want to like a very small detail. car. I wanted to place it on this block. I might just do a very faint George all the way back there, but not on that side. Okay, do we see that from the road? Oh yeah. If you don't know it, it might be a little bit light still. Hi, Notting Man. How are you doing, man? I am playing a different game than you might expect now, but there we go. We will remove that one, and we will place this back. Yeah, I noticed it's you from Trevian. Okay, it's still a little bit light, but it's a small detail now. I think you will not see this if you do not know about it. You might, but it's not super obvious. But it's just something fun. I mostly just wanted to use the banner since my inventory is an actual mess. More Trevian people, oh, yeah. We are playing on a vanilla survival multiplayer, by the way, on which we just build a world with lore mostly, and I am around the older areas of the world at the moment. We have a few extra things like the dirt slab, which actually just a very old block in the game which is not used, the petrified oak, which we reskin to be a slab. Dirt? No, it is a slab, but we reskin it to be dirt. Just because you can kind of use it quite a lot. Is nobody going to sleep? Question mark. I do not need the bow. No, I do not have shears in my inventory. And my inventory is what it always is, I guess. Speaking about Trevian, I should quickly check if the wheat is still on the same level as it should be. Okay, we're still fine on that department. Just making sure the defense does not die. Because we are getting just a small attack in probably, but... And the annoying part is that it is on a offensive minded city, so we have to bring in troops from other places. Okay, didn't connect, okay. Future Ravine Kingdom. So at this point, I think if we go to the right, we will end up towards the purple sheep farm. which might be able to use some point of interest along the road. Even though it's not too far, to be honest. And the other side of the road, I'm not sure if that even leads to something. Let me actually check on the map. Okay, I'm like right on Bone Bluffs right now, okay? No, so the road to the left side just is a dead end for like just under 100 blocks, I guess. Oh. Okay, that's pretty scary. Yeah, that sign is from like an old, not very old, but from an old video, and it is not relevant to the actual world actually, so yeah, the road just ends here. I kinda have to replace all these with slabs as well, but oh no, have to is a big word. I should actually, but too trivial. So this is going to spawn actually. And how far is it? It is quite a jog, but I think I might know a good location for armor lurk. Okay, that's okay for the point of interest. Well, we could do cliffs at that edge, which of course I say so because I'm always be building cliffs on Minecraft. And this tree is in the way. Collect the logs. Wait, did I already cross a river? No, I didn't, right? So, about the point that we cross a river is like the middle between Bone Bluffs and the Purple Sheep Farm. So that would be like the ideal point to have a point of interest. And we have this very ugly bridge, in quote unquote bridge, I mean. So about somewhere here I could make something to catch your eye. And then we have a very ugly staircase over there as well. The big stone arrow, okay. What can we make about here? I didn't bring much with me, to be honest. But I can always go back and grab some more stuff if needed. We could do the crater, but I think the crater would kinda be lost since there's like a lot of tall grass around. We could do a lake, but there is a river already nearby. We could do just like a ruined building. But that might seem weird as well, because that would mean there are like a lot of ruins in this area. That might be a little bit too much. So I suppose we start very, very simple. And we start with like a little campsite of people who use this road. They just branched off a little bit and they set up camp. And if they would set up camp, they would pick a spot which is logical and defendable. Or at least from which they would be able to see people approaching, which this is very cool, but it's slightly far from the road, for my taste. But if we chop down the trees which are in the right way with us, it might be possible. Or we do it on this little hill here. So we have this little pathway splitting off. And we have a little bit too much trees in the immediate area here. I will get rid of you as well, because we want to have a good view on it from different angles. You might be a little bit too much as well. And I should have brought shears, to be honest, just to collect wool, to get some leaf action going on. We'll put just like a lantern on a stick here. To have some light going on. We will get rid of these. And we should start on something cool. So first of all, I'm going to save myself a lot of trouble. Going to make a chest, put a chest here, and fill it with stuff. I'm going to look for a little bit of coal. I should take a light source with me. Hopefully there are like some open cave areas here nearby. We see some iron, so we could definitely just get ourselves a pair of shears. Okay, that's a skeleton. This ends in the same, doesn't it? It does. It definitely does. We quickly grab some of the iron. Quickly grab some more of the iron. We see the zombie in our iron corner. There's a creeper coming as well. Is creeper damage completely off? Okay, I want to grab more of this, but I should prioritize getting a bed and a furnace. My creeper damage is off, yeah. I hope we can get it working back on, like, just to not destroy blocks, but to destroy mobs and people. Okay, I think I will do the very easy way. Block this off. I didn't bring any of the wood, so I can't do it. Okay, now I can do it. And now we quickly grab our iron, we make a shear, we shear a sheep, we have a bat and we sleep in it before we die. And we can use it to get some bushes going as well. Thank you. Thanks, Sai. Really appreciate it. Hi there, Sir Pixel. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing very well. Building with dark prismarine sucks. Yeah, the grind to get the blocks, right? Okay, we have a bat. Didn't see the zombie coming at all. And my respawn point is not here, so I really should be careful. I'm doing great, and you? I'm not doing bad, but I'm not doing great here. It's nothing personal, but I just have some things going on in my family. Which could be better, I suppose. But that is life. Other than that, I'm doing fine though. So I shouldn't be complaining too much. And I did see something Saturday, which was like a cat almost getting driven over. She was still alive, but she definitely got hit and she was scared. The driver did pull over and went to the cat. But I had to avoid the cat to avoid driving her over completely. So I hope she will be fine as well. Sorry to hear, glad you see the bright side of things. Yeah, man, that is life. If you cannot see the bright side, then there is no good side to look on, I suppose. I need logs, sticks, and coal to make some campfires. Is what comes into my mind right now. So I should I'm definitely overdoing it, but oh, 6 campfires I probably use do. We are like making a small camp, just a place where people set up for the night when they were traveling along the road. And it shows this hill for defensive purposes. Just being able to see what's going on. What you're doing on Minecraft, like what's the plan? Oh yeah, so first of all, we are playing on the Realm of Aston, which is a server with kingdoms, both in survival and a lot of lore going on. We have a whole story. It's pretty cool to see. We are a group of content creators only. The coolest server ever, Lord. Yeah, exactly, Sai. Right now I am on a part like which is kinda old. It's like season 2 stuff. At the moment we're season 5. We do not we never reset the world. We just keep on going on and exploring new stuff and adding stuff, you know? And all the way over there, the first thing you will pass by is Bone Bluffs, which is like a giant skull of a dragon, maybe? Question mark. And beyond that, there is a small village, which I was working on earlier, just making it a little bit more interesting. And beyond that, there is White Sands, which is a huge city. It was a big elven city, and now it's kind of desolated because they performed a forbidden spell and they kind of screwed themselves over with that. To explain that part, that way from here we have a purple sheep farm, and beyond that I think we have Treville. If I'm not mistaken, I'm looking on the map right now. No, and beyond that we have the road to Treville and Senrescu, which respectively are Senrescu is our desert city. It is even a prison city. And Treville is actually our spawn city. Oh yeah, I forgot that was your cam account. I'm going to go now. Talk to you later. I'll see you later, Damien. And what I've been doing lately is I kinda want to work on my keep, but I'm doing the keep together with my friend, which is currently not available. So I have been doing quests. We have an area for which we can pick quests, which are basically things which have to get done eventually. And you do get some rewards for it, but the rewards are not the reason why I'm doing it. I just want to help where I can help with the world, making the world come more along, you know? Because this was so old that we do have dirt slabs. Rip. We do have dirt slabs. It's one of the few things which are not vanilla, I know, but in the actual game code you have petrified oak slabs, which are still in the game, but you cannot get them. So we just retextured them to dirt slabs, and we added a recipe to craft them, which is just 3 dirt, and you get 6 dirt slabs. And this area was from before we had the dirt slabs, which is at least more than a year ago, but I think even a couple of years ago. So I was working on the road and replacing the cobble or the wooden slabs, with dirt slabs, sometimes leaving a little bit of cobble in just to have like some texture going on. And that area over there should be redone as well, because that staircase is very ugly. It's not really representing how the rest of the server looks like, to say the least. And I mean, that's not because of me, because the others only are like way better builders than me, but do not tell them that, because they will get crazy in their head again. But for example, Silentcraft over here is another madman who built a giant steampunky telescope-like structure in the latest kingdom. And the floor of it is a star map, basically. Okay, I kind of want to try to make a very little tent, which I know will not look right. Then you should see the in-game thumbnail I made. Yeah, I saw the in-game thumbnail, the screenshot of it at least. Hi Rascal, how are you doing today? It might be best to work with fences and carpets to have like a little tent-like structure. It might not necessarily be a full tent, but just something to block out the sun or to be dry. Just finished my work for today, I'm happy. I'm glad to hear that. Should I save more for a bat? No, that's fine. I'll get more wool when I need to. And we have a little bit of oak left. Here we go. I do not have that much space for a tent. I can always extend this bit though. Why don't you use the crafting book? I'm just being old school. I rarely use a crafting book, only when I do not know the recipe, and it's just habit, to be honest. They keep on killing themselves. Well, at least again, I have a food source right here, right? Welcome. For to play on 1.16, yeah. I do as well, although I do not really like all the features in 1.16. Server sounds interesting. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I might give it another chance soon. You definitely should. Like, when you feel like it, of course, but I still find it pretty relaxing and building together, like, on something with lore. Netherite harvest. Yeah, that's the point I do not really like, the netherite. Mostly because... Why is this tree not going away? Oh, over here. Mostly because just adding something which is stronger than diamond is one thing, but adding the feature that it cannot be destroyed in lava is... Nah. I for one would add the feature to not be destroyed in lava, okay. But having it like swim on top of the lava is kinda weird to me. Okay, we're going to make some more sticks. I'll use the crafting book, okay? There we go. Actually, the loom might be like a good idea to use, but now the difficult part would be trying to have the tent or whatever it is. It should have some height difference, which can only be done, to be honest, with regular wool in between the mix. And I definitely should add string to place. Might not do it here then until I have string. I need your string. Anyway, have fun. I gotta go. I'll see you later, mate. Take care. And thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. There we go. Hello, Mr. Sheep. I acquire your wool. More sheeps. Okay, do you want to take some dice? There's a new Optifine pre. I mean, I suppose so. If I get another string, I want to place a carpet on top of this. But do it like this. This does not look good yet, though. And I mean, it shouldn't. It does not matter if it does not look too great, but it at least should be acceptable. You need curvature, yes, which is difficult on such a small scale. I mean, I can do it maybe with getting rid of this part and finding myself more sheeps. And starting to lower it at one end already. And I kind of want to probably place a full block here as well. Maybe bring this to the ground completely on one side. I'm going to add like a few logs as tools around the campfire. It shouldn't be there because that will be difficult to get inside of the tent. This one is feeling kind of brave and sitting like right in the fire almost. You need to think of an artillery. Try scaffolding. Yeah, there is one issue. I do not have any bamboo on me. Because all my stuff is all the way over there and there's like no close teleport either. So I'm just trying to make do with like what? No, you know that. Wait, what I have around me. I am in between Bone Bluffs and the Purple Sheep Farm. So actually, Bone Bluffs shouldn't be too far. Now that I think of it, and I could use that teleport, but I think I'm out of scaffolding anyway, completely. So um, do you know where the cart for Bone Bluffs is in Port Bray? I'll come to Port Bray, yeah. Should I take a bet? I'm going to make a bet and take a bet with me because every time I go out without a bat, I really need it, so just in case. Is it all dirt slice I have left? Yes, it is. Because I still need to replace a lot of them on this part. And we have this ugly bridge. Like, bridge is literally just scaffolding. Okay, I think in Port Bray you have like the upper area of the castle. What are you doing so far away? Anyway, um, I picked a quest which was like updating one of the hamlets, like adding 2 houses to it. And I kinda like, I was looking on the map where to build it and Plan Fix was like, hey, in between White Sands and Purple Sheep Farm is it lot. Like, is it an area which still needs some hamlets updated? So I just ended up there and then yeah, I'm just starting at you. Sup? And then I thank you. And here, have an apple in favor. And then I got myself a new quest and I wanted to make a point of interest on the road. Exactly what I need. I'll definitely watch it when I have some time. I should have some time actually. My college semester shouldn't take too long. All that string that I left behind, and I kind of need it to. But so like I'm mostly showing some love to the older areas. Not really the big towns or the big kingdoms themselves, but like the roads and anything around them and in between the big kingdoms. I should actually just do like one time a prepared stream and just go cover a ton of roads and not only just replace all the slabs, but texturize the road where I need. I'm detailing at the moment, yeah. Adding like little fences around the roads, not like in the entire stretch, but like just little details. I want to make the journey between the epic builds you guys do more interesting than just this. Because this is the prime example. We have the road which is elevated, that's like no transition. A full cobble stair which is not texturized. Cobble slabs which do not have any dirt slabs in between them. Just scaffolding and torches. Sometimes trees in the middle of the road, but most of them are chopped down already. That's ouch for my eyes. Yeah, it is. Like, you can see around here I started with like the little camp and the pole, and I even replaced some of the cobble already. But see, just down here further, do you see this monstrosity? Which is a straight stair. And there even is a sign to take care of this from Triceratops, which I think stopped playing after like season 2. So that does say something about the age, and it's really a shame because I think just a little bit down the road here, there is another elevation which did get some more love. I hope it isn't too far, to be honest now. It might be too far. No. And this was probably like a very ugly stair as well, but even just having the wooden structure does like so much, and I mean, I would still go and replace the slabs and texturize a little bit more, but I know I really find it a shame sometimes that we have like such epic builds and such cool locations, and then we have no effort between them. And I do not say we should have buildings all over the road or big things, but like just the small things, you know? And I think that's also kind of the point of the quests. Hence why many of them are just adding points of interest or adding a little bit like 2 houses to a hamlet or adding some bridges. Yeah, Fix mentioned it as well, and I kinda told him about it even before that, like a while ago. And he does also agree, which I know this place is like mostly seen through us and through people who visit the tour server which will probably teleport anyway through Port Bray, but it will be like really cool to really have the world as a complete world. And I do not mean it should stretch for ends on ends of ends, but like the parts that we did build into should feel like a world and not just like a plot on which we made an epic build and then move to the next plot, which was a little bit further. Okay, so we will add a table in here as well. I'm not sure if I can use this scaffolding as supports for the wool. Probably be like slightly weird. Should go down here already. think I will lower the wool down completely at the back end. Okay, we have the road leading up to this already. Then they probably chopped down some wood for themselves to burn. Not too much, but like just a log and a bit, you know. Even just having 2 logs might be enough. I mean, they wouldn't be too long in this little encampment for too long, you know. Just to stay out tonight while traveling. I should make this pretty, I think. Which I can do by first of all connecting. And my inventory is filled with garbage again. Should take some of the dirt slabs. I do need the bucket, definitely. I'm going to block this off for just a bit. I do want to have this a little lower. Try to... No. Should rotate it this way. We add in a little bit of cobblestone right here. Probably do that on gravel. Should have brought some mossy cobblestone, but I can replace that later if I think about it. I'm gonna give this like a very muddy look as well. This should be stone because the water couldn't cut through it, so it went around. Okay, cow, I'm sorry, but you can't stay in the water, cow. Okay, that is more logical already because we have the 2 pools, but the one goes into the other one, so it's kind of connected with each other. This area is a little bit questionable. The overhang might be a little bit too much, but I'll take a look at it a little bit later. No, why do they keep on trying to commit suicide? Iron, or no, ingots. Ingots and sticks, and we might do the rails to hold them down. Kind of want to give the saplings for if I find some more string. We can do something like having a sapling around here. Hello, thank you. Then they probably put up some torches to light up the area around them. And not going to use the lanterns all too much. Going to drop the flowers in there. We're going to make the rails. 16 should be too much, but we'll take it. And I have to get rid of these torches. This at this point is just a giant trap for peaceful mobs, apparently. Okay, let me go a little bit further. Chop down another acacia tree, but also strip its leaves. I should actually get an oak tree as well for some bushy action. So these ones shouldn't be like too much in view anyway. And we'll take a tree a little bit apart from this one. Okay, here we go. Now we quickly run back to our little camp. Thank you. I'm not sure if I want to make another structure at the camp or just leave it at like the one tent. I should try to get some more things to look at, but I do not want to make it too big either. Because that would like be definitely too much. 3 more tents around the campfire. Oof. I mean, it is a pretty big fire, but not sure if this will look good, probably not, but we'll try to do this. No, that's definitely weird. Maybe just extend the fence, that might be best. Yeah, I'm not sure if I will make this like an artillery site, because there is one in Boomlet actually, I think. Or at least there should be one. Or just like really for travelers. Imagine some travelers going from Traville towards Boomloves on foot, and they just set up for the night. They are with like, I mean, probably 4 of them. So I might at least need a second tent, because I would say fitting 4 beds in this is definitely not possible, but at the same time you probably only want 3 of them to sleep at the same time, sorry, because they have to keep watch at night for pillagers, zombies, stray sheep, and whatever. Shabberwock even. Zombie Pac-Man. I'm planning on capturing Enderman and having him as a pet. That is a cool plan. I'm not sure if it is a smart plan, though, but it is a cool plan. I kinda want to have some leaf action, probably right here. that way you're kind of forced, if you come this way, to... not really yet, to look that way. I need something about here which either just has enough color or... Okay, I definitely need more wool and more string because I think at least I will make 2 tents. Quickly looking on Trevian. Okay, the troops are definitely not dying yet. I used to play O game, never Trevian 2. I never played Trevian, but like a while back, my friends wanted to try it, and I have played Grapolis and Tribal Wars and such. And he kind of got me into it, and then all my friends kind of stopped, but at that point, I kind of had like an alliance which I couldn't like just abandon either. So I just stuck around to make sure they have the best. And I'm just trying to see how the like our server goes. So far it has been a pretty weird server. Like in general, everyone agrees that the server has been really weird. And for me it's my first and only server. Because I'm probably not going to play another server. It is... that's too much string, I cannot afford that much string to be honest. It is kind of really pay to win. Which I do not like, but yeah, that is life. Especially since I'm trying to play it like without paying for anything. Which I haven't yet. But I have been like doing a lot of contests to get like some of the premium cash. I'm still not sure what this arrow means. But at the same time it kind of feels a shame to tear it down because it is literally a point of interest to some degree. The second tent cannot be here. That's too low. It could be here. If I lower this down slightly. It could be here, but it would also kind of block the logs. Which isn't too bad necessarily. Because I think the logs are only spottable anyway if you would notice the camp. I'm not going to count this because this is not finished yet, but yeah, like you don't really see the logs too much. And if there was a tent to the right of it from us, then it would block out the fire, but you would still see the smoke particles. Okay, so how big did we make this? Not too big, right? So we do want to stay away from the torch if possible still. Something like this. Space open 2. and then made it going so. Okay, but first of all, I'm real quick going to go to the bathroom. In my little hidey hole. There we go. And I'll be right back. Alright, and I am back. Should eat this. I should eat this steak just to free up the inventory space. Should also put the YouTube chat back open because the YouTube API is still being kinda funky. No oak planks left, so I'll try to use the book. Bam. Is 3 enough? 3 is enough. All 2, I'm going to get raped in just about a second. I should also actually get rid of this bed. And replace it with a yellow bat because it will be a straw bat. And that would look like better. Mostly because this is like a very clean bat and you know, they wouldn't have that out here. Unless you're like a rich person. But I mean the tent itself does not look like a super fancy tent either. Or either. Oh, there is a village over there. Huh. I know it's fine. Yeah. I know boats work depends on like the American or the British one. Normally it's either, to be honest. But my brain has been confused the last few days. I have been spending too much time into my computer labo. But I have found, I think, at least a cool project to work on. Well, a couple of them, because I have to do a couple of tasks, but we have like a more hardware on course as well, for which we have to use an Arduino this semester, and we have to make a project based on that. And I am going to make and program my own oscilloscope using a very cheap Arduino. Arduino is simple, yeah. But we have to do a project, and I could like very easily take a project like having a small car which drives around roads and follow the roads, but I kinda want to make something which is semi-useful. Because I have done way more complex projects on my international hackathons, etc. as well. And if I have to do like a stupid little project for college grades, I at least should take something which I can enjoy myself and feel like I'm doing something useful. And me and my partner were debating today between either doing the oscilloscope, which we kind of both wanted, or doing an FPS meter, which is a feet per second meter, not an FPS meter for your PC, for airsoft, because he does airsoft, and apparently those things are kind of expensive. But he wanted to have one, so the project itself was a cool idea. The biggest problem is that you have to, like, the way we thought it out is that you have to keep track of the airsoft bullets on 2 points, and they have to be far enough apart so your Arduino clock has a few ticks, a few pulses to go by. But you should still be able to track the airsoft bullet, which is like only 6 millimeters. And over distance, it will probably go either up or down, so we should use more sensors than if we want to track it, and we're just not sure if that would be feasible. But at the same time, for the oscilloscope, we also have problems because just hardware problems, to be honest. Even though I can show it stat-wise completely, I did just do this one. Displaying the graph unlike an actual Arduino would mean we have to buy a semi-expensive screen for the Arduino, which is more than just a simple LED screen. Or I can display it on a laptop connected to it, which would mean I have to be sure the Arduino can send enough data pulses at like its null bandwidth. What is the term with Arduino for the bits per second? It is with a B as well, but I should know this. I literally calculated it like today, so I should know it, but well, yeah. I can't recall either at the moment, but you probably know what I mean, or at least have a vague idea of what it is, which is good enough. And to be perfectly honest, I kinda wanted to do the oscilloscope combined with another project I want to do for myself, which is making a lithium-based battery. Most batteries are lithium-based nowadays, but I want to make a large volume battery myself as well and connect it to that. I'm literally going to open my course because I should have put it in there. I mean, I hope I can access this because if I didn't transfer the notes from today on my laptop to my GitHub, yeah, I probably can't reach it from my desktop. Okay, it is loading. Okay, I should have it here if I can find it. This document it should be baud rate, I think it is. Your connection snapped? Oh, welcome back. It is spelled like that, but I'm pretty sure it is the same in English because rate isn't like really a word either in my language. But we usually just adopt the English terms when that makes more sense anyway. I need 4 more fences though, yeah. So I spent like a pretty long time in class like just calculating if we could use the Arduino to make a decent oscilloscope, or if we could use the Arduino to make a decent FPS meter for iSoft. And if it will like give feasible results, because you still have to like for the FPS meter spot the difference between the two. Like even if you get some data, you should like be able to verify that that data you get is like actually true, and or at least an approximate of what is true, and be able to see a difference between the guns used, etc. And we were also like discussing other projects for like another dude who wanted to do something. One of the suggestions, no, one of the ideas he had was to make a catapult, which would like basically just the Arduino would be a catapult, and it would have a target and calculate the angle it should shoot at to hit the target. But the problem is you need to work with a tangents function, and the Arduino we are using is not very good with tangents, so just the hardware wouldn't be able to really calculate it, and you can go around it, but that would be rather difficult. Some medieval tendencies right there, yes. Yeah, we were kind of discussing about the Da Vinci tank first, because my partner kind of wanted to do that for a project, but I literally made a Da Vinci tank, like, not in high school, but like elementary school, with like just electronics and like very basic circuits. So the discussion was, okay, yes, we can do that, but we do not even need uh, an Arduino for that. Yeah, okay. Da Vinci made a lot of sketches, and one of the sketches he did was a tank. It's a circular tank, and it will be driven by manpower. Like, you would actually have people in there which held a bar which was curved, and you had to row to propel the tank. Yeah, there were huge showers to the design, but it was kind of fun to just make it for the heck of it. I mean, I made this with like one friend and a little bit of help of our teacher when we were like 12, 13. Yeah, he made the cogs figures the wrong way, but we kind of got rid of the cogs pretty soon-ish. Because we had to like improve his design using recycled materials and electronics. So we found like an old toy car and used that, and then made a touch sensor. Like, we basically wanted the tank to know when it drove into a wall and be able to turn around. And we did that with like the capsule of a photo lens, a copper, not a copper wire, a nail, and just a little piece of copper in the back end to make connection. Okay, we have one straw bat now. That solve is pretty easy today with our knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, definitely is, but it was like for a course which was basically like tech, but no, not really tech. It was techniques, and we did like some few fun projects like making a cell phone holder, and then we had like to melt and bend plastic, or basic LED arrays, but very, very basic, or design an environmentally friendly house, which was like very childlike, but I was teaching science, you know? And I always found it like a fun course, even though there went way too much work in it for how many hours we had it in a week, but I did enjoy it, so yeah. I still am like a man of science today, although mostly computer and science at this point. Okay, I need spiders. I need 2 more pieces of string, at least, yeah. My elementary school, actually, in high school, I changed courses a few times, and at first I did Latin, and back then our informatic class was literally just Excel and Word in it. But I switched to networking and informatics eventually in high school already, and we did see actually quite a shit ton of programming already. I even made like an app for some company in our capital, and I made a PHP forum by hand, which I like broke immediately because there was an update to MySQL, which I didn't account for. It was pretty like I enjoyed those kind of things. And nowadays I have quite a lot of college projects as well, but like most of them are pretty stupid to be honest. Okay, I need to find a spider, but that one cave is full of skeletons. I do not see any other surface caves straight away. And I'm out of food. Right, I'm sorry, cow, but I need some food to survive. And you are made of delicious meat. That is a death trap. It's kinda odd how I have like one pillar here. Oh yeah, I can just use the campfire to cook, can't I? Is there any downside to cooking food on a campfire? Other than I presume that the furnace would go faster. So for like really hardcore survival like things, a campfire is basically an infinite fuel source for food specifically. I mean, even if you like just put a hopper underneath it, it could collect it, I guess. Yep, limited forward time, yeah. I mean, yeah, this limited forward time, I could only spam for it, but and it can be automated. Yeah, probably it can be, but I gotta go. Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll try to watch your YouTube video tomorrow. I am definitely curious to what you're up to, so that's for one, I think. Okay. Okay, I think I might be wrapping up stream as well anyway. I still have some things to take care of, and I have been streaming for 2.5 hours now, so we did do a lot of nothing and we did a lot of work as well. I'm going to do one last expedition inside of the cave. And I hopefully find some string in the process. I shouldn't be lighting everything up because that is kinda ruining my chances for later. Alright, no spiders. That is a shame, but was to be expected. Then we're just going to go upstairs and we're going to round up stream right here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. We'll be streaming on Saturday. I'm not sure which game yet, but I'll definitely announce it into the Dark Knight server. This was me on Realm of Fastum, and goodbye.